Hello everyone and welcome back to 123 Geek. We're going to be going over today how to get your hands on an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5. So, let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome back to 123 Geek, and I know it's been a hot minute. There's a lot been going on without me here to guide you through it. So we're going to go ahead and dive straight in to the Xbox Series X and how to get your hands on one of those sweet Xboxes. So one of the biggest ways to approach this is to go by, there's actually about three different ways, maybe two different ways that I would suggest even approaching the Xbox Series X and how to get your hands on one. So number one, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Xbox All Access. So there are several retailers out there that are doing the Xbox All Access. The path that I went with is actually through GameStop, and if you are a GameStop Pro member, so a PowerUp Pro member, you can actually go ahead and they'll reach out to you, let you know ahead of time that Xbox Series X's are going to be in stock. And so all you have to do is get on there and they go through the all access path, which is a little bit more expensive, but what you're paying for is not only the console, but you're also going to get the Ultimate Pass. You're going to get Xbox Live Ultimate for 24 months. So it actually comes out to roughly what you would be paying for the 2 years. And what you're going to need for that, though, is there is a credit check involved. So this is not the best path for, let's say, kids or teenagers or anything of that nature, unless you're 18. You know, anything above 18 is a good way to go and handle this. So that is one way you could go with the Xbox Series X. The other option is you could either go online, and there are some other retailers that are online that allow you to make purchases over a period of time, and you could do that through those particular websites. Now, I don't know if you want to go that approach, but it is something that you can do. However, I had actually gotten an Xbox Series X, and it actually died on me the same day that I received it. Now, that really stunk because I was in the middle of playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. I paused the game, and then the screen started to flicker on and off, and I was like, what am I doing? I don't know what I did wrong. And so I tried to restart it, and it was broken. It just didn't turn back on. So I had to return it back to GameStop. And GameStop basically was like, that's we don't have any more in stock. Sorry. Now your other option is to go on to Twitter and wait for, there's actually a couple of people you can follow to see where there are going to be restocks of the Xbox Series X. Now, both Sony and Microsoft have said that they're going to try and get enough Xbox Series X's and PlayStation 5s out there for the holiday season. However, I am not entirely sure that's going to make any difference because scalpers are a big problem. Now, what I'm thinking is the best way for them all to approach this is to a one per household when they go live. I don't know if that's going to be the best path, but that's my guess since there is still a problem. That's my guess as far as the Xbox Series X is concerned. Now, the third way, and it's the least savory way, is to go through a scalper. Now, I don't recommend going through a scalper. They overcharge for them. You don't know if you're actually going to be getting the console that you paid for. You don't know if it's going to have been used and they got it back, and whole hullabaloo that you have to deal with when it comes to going through a scalper. So I would not recommend that one, but that is an option that you can go through. eBay has them, stuff like that. And like I said, there are other retailers out there that give you the option, but they're going to be a lot more than just to wait for the Xbox to show up, either through Twitter, And actually, so I went through GameStop, but Walmart, GameStop, and Best Buy all have Xbox All Access. Now, to get a hold of an Xbox Series S is not nearly as difficult, and you can go onto Best Buy's website and, basically purchase an Xbox Series S, and then they will hold on to it for you, and then you can go pick it up when they get it in stock. So that's one way you can get a Series S if you really want to. It doesn't have as much power as the Xbox Series X, but it is an option if you really want to get something from the new generation. Now, let's move on to the PlayStation 5. So, with the PlayStation 5, you have a few more options as well. With the Xbox Series 5, or the PlayStation 5, you can actually go directly through Sony, which is called PlayStation Direct, and you go on and you sign up for letting you know that there are PlayStation 5s in stock. And it's directly through Sony, hence PlayStation Direct. And they'll let you know, hey, they're in stock. Come on and come purchase one before they're all sold out. And then you get to choose between the physical or digital edition of the PlayStations. And now, so that's one path. Now, the other one is, it's not illegitimate, but it's ill-advised. We'll put it that way. Best Buy just started, and I'm not sure the name of it. I'll put it on the screen right now. But basically what you do is you pay for like a service thing with Best Buy. And that you get Geek Squad support, you get, free installation, free delivery, a bunch of other little things, but it's $200 a year up front. And then they let you know, hey, we got PlayStation 5s in, only for you guys. Come and get them. And then you pay for it and at the full retail price. And then if you don't need anything else, you just paid an extra $200. But at least you're getting it from a legitimate retailer. Now, there's other option for the PlayStation 5 as well, and that is actually Newegg Shuffle. Now, Newegg Shuffle is something that is not 100% guaranteed, but it's definitely a legitimate path to go. So there is a website on the internet called Newegg, and they've been around for many, many years, so they're a very reputable company. And what you do is you put your email in, so you sign up to the site, put your email in, and you basically say, it's Monday through Friday. You basically say, okay, let me go ahead and, get set up for this. And so then you get set up and it says enter the shuffle. So this is, like I said, Monday through Friday. Eastern time, it's at, I believe, 11 Eastern time. And, so it all kind of balances out and you're able to get, starting at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you're able to go ahead and get into the Newegg Shuffle. And so you have about an hour or 2 hours. Actually, I think it's 3 hours. But you get in, you get to choose, okay, enter shuffle. You choose what bundle you want to go with. Sometimes they have Xboxes in there. They have a lot of video cards in there. They have, PlayStation 5s. Now, normally I see the PlayStation 5s in there as the digital edition with a bundle of a couple of games, and then you have, one that has 2 extra controllers, something like that. But you're not paying a lot extra. You're paying around, closer to retail, probably like $700 with the 2 controllers or the one with a couple of games. But you get to choose between the digital edition at the normal retail price and or with a bundle. And or you could go the other path, which is the physical one, which you get the game, you get an extra controller and maybe an extra game with it. So that's Newegg Shuffle, and that one's pretty easy. It's not easy to get into, so for a while I was kind of battling on that one. I was able to get in and get a video card, so that was something that I really needed. And I was able to go ahead and actually got entered in the shuffle and got selected. So you have to keep trying. There have been tricks in the past. I think they've fixed those loopholes, stuff like that. Anyways, it's all irrelevant. The point is that there are a couple of paths you can go by, but really it's going to come down to chance. Your other option is to go on Twitter. There's a couple of people to follow on Twitter that will basically guide you. Hey, there's going to be restocks at these retailers. You have to be ready to really pounce on it like immediately. But you know how these websites go. They crash. They crash really fast because people flood it and they try to get in and they try to just get in there as fast as they can. And honestly, when it comes down to it, it's just, no, not the best path to go. And then obviously the last and the least savory path is to approach going with the scalper. Now, I don't recommend doing the scalper path because really what it comes down to is I have a sibling that purchased one for $900 as a gift, and really it was not worth it in my opinion. So those are really your options for the PlayStation Direct, Newegg Shuffle, waiting for it to come into stock, and being on, following someone on Twitter, and then going with the scalper. So those are your options. Not my suggested to go with the scalper. So really that's what it comes down to. If you happen to know other ways that I did not mention here, please put them in the comments below so that we have that information and everybody in the community can come here and get kind of a little bit of help to actually get that taken care of. And if this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you haven't, please hit that red subscribe button. Please give me a thumbs up, and please share the video. I'd really appreciate you sharing the video. And I just, once again, thank you so much for stopping by 123 Geek. Have yourself a fantastic week.